Hello and welcome back to my Loop Hero Let's Play. First I wanted to start by saying at the end of the last episode, I ended the episode and then I got a phone call and I forgot to close the game, so as a result my statistics are about an hour off on game time, but I didn't actually run anything, so just so that's clear up front. Second thing, I wanted to look a little bit into kind of what is going to get us to the forest, which is really our next major break point here. We've got to get this. There's plenty of other things we can get, but this is one of the things we really need. And to get this particular material, I mean, you wouldn't know this if you were just playing the game normally, because for whatever reason the encyclopedia does not tell you, it doesn't give you any idea how to get certain things that you have not already gotten, and I have an issue with this. I think this should be addressed with the game, because otherwise maybe you just stumble upon it. I don't know, maybe that's how they designed it, but in any event, we need to, for an Orb of Evolution, we need to kill plant or living enemies. It's a tier 3 item, so it's a pretty rare drop. I don't know if it just drops the orb straight up or if it's pieces of the orb. If it's just the orb straight up, then all we have to do is get lucky a couple of times. Things that could potentially drop that are bandits, goblins, harpies, mimics, rat wolves, and spiders. But what I'm going to do is, today, this is going to just be kind of like a... I mean, I seriously doubt we're going to survive very long, but maybe we will. We're going to take out the grove for the rat wolves. We're going to kind of just run it how we've normally run before. Obviously the spiders, if they can drop it, I mean, we should have gotten them by now because we've killed a bajillion spiders. Mimics are going to happen with the battlefield, possibly. Harpies aren't going to happen unless you bring mountains, which we're not bringing. Goblins and bandits. I can't even remember which one spawns which. That's probably should go ahead and take a look real quick. So at least we have this. Oops, probably help if I was on the right page. Goblins. Okay. Okay. Doesn't really tell us much. Okay, great. I don't remember what spawns them, unfortunately. I mean, it's something we've been doing because we've already seen them. But in any event, we're gonna try a slightly different approach. Another thing, we need Orbs of Unity. This is not the main focus, but these are Orbs of Unity. In case you are wondering what that one is, we need those. Come from drops from liquid and swarm enemies. Now, once we get this unlocked, we should be able to get these a little bit easier. But they also come from blood clots and swarm of bats, which you won't see until you get to the next difficulty. So this expedition, we're just going to jump into Act 2 on Rogue. We are more than likely not prepared for this. I mean, it's probably not going to go well, but we might unlock a bunch of new encyclopedia stuff. So, you know what? Let's just roll with it and see what happens. Plus, we might get some new dialogue and stuff, too. So let's just see what happens. Again, I do not expect to beat this. If anything, we'll just take our loot and run. I doubt we'll even make it to the boss, but let's find out. So let's immediately start with what we always start with. And we will go from there. Put that down, and we'll just see how we can do here. Again, I don't expect to win. I can tell you this: enemies they can have additional like abilities, and they get harder faster. So, you know, we're gonna do our normal routine here and see how we do. It's kind of funny because I'm a little like excited, but also scared and worried. That's the swarm enemy right there. So we're already seeing something that we've never seen before, so that's good. Got a treasury, so that's nice. Maybe this is the difficulty we should be on. I don't know. We're going to find out soon enough. On the second act, we do not have to prepare the area, but we still want to have lots of things in these first, like the first tile to the right and the first tile to the left, because that's where our archers are. So we'll go ahead and put that. I'm also going to put, I'm going to put this here so we can blood grove it. That'll get this tile, this, and that. Although it'd probably be better over here now that I look at it, but whatever. We can still do that, so it should be fine. Oh, another treasury, nice. I mean, so far so good. It's not looking terrible. Got another vampire mansion. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but let's just see what we got here. Okay, so we've got a 3. Well, that's obviously way better than what we currently have. And then, unfortunately, we did not get another better weapon, but that's okay. Let's see, we've got 150, 83, 75. 150 is obviously the most HP. I think the HP is probably just the way we'll go for now. Oops, it'll probably help if I put it on the right little selection there. Well, this is the only choice we have, so we can obviously do that. 24, 25, 45. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, we'll take that. Okay, let's see how we do. Okay, well, that was easy. Ooh, I could put the other one here. That actually works. Assuming we ever get any of them. So it's exciting to be in the second chapter, just kind of see how it is. You know, maybe I put this off too long. You know, maybe I should have been doing this earlier. You know, I don't know, but so far I don't see the orb that we're looking for. So I can do this and I can do that. We're going to start with this. That placement's actually pretty good. Maybe we place our village over here somewhere. Maybe that's pushing it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best placement. I'm having to fight what my instinct is on my other playthrough because, well, as you probably know, I'm used to a different style of play there, so. Okay, well, we're getting kills. Doing all right so far. And again, we're really just here for materials. I mean, if we can get farther, that's going to be great, but... Okay, so instead of replacing the 10 to 14, we're just going to replace this, and that's going to be good. So we got 45 currently, that's already better. You know, based off of the... Well, hang on, 39 now. Okay, so just based off this, we'll go with that one. I don't think that's worth the trade-off. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave it. So that's our setup for right now. How do we want to do it? I'm going to put some spiders there too, because I mean, we need to have those stacked. Go ahead and complete this and see what happens. Okay. Oh, I think I just mentioned this. If I didn't, my bad. But the total max on the first difficulty is 10. On this difficulty, I believe it's 20. So you could potentially farm a little bit on this one. Oh, that's actually better. I actually will take this. Nice. Aha! That's an Orb of Unity. Okay. So those guys count. So that's the second thing we need. Those must count as liquid or swarm. I'll have to look at those guys next time. What is that one? I don't even see. What does it say? Orb. A whole orb of crafts? I don't even know what that means. I must be missing something there. Okay. Ooh, this is good. This is kind of cool, but I'd say that's probably more useful where we're currently at right now. Okay. Let's put this out. I'm going to do everything I can to try to survive. Let's see. I'm going to put that there. I'm just running through the ideas of where I'd want this stuff. I'll do something like that for now. This is going to get progressively more challenging, I'm going to guess, so... We don't have a ridiculous number of trophies or anything here, so... But at least we can count on this. Oh, yes. Heals 5 HP each time a new item is equipped. Okay, so that could be really, really handy for us. Now, if I put this here... No, I'm not putting it there. Told myself I wasn't going to do that next time, even though I'm not really sure if this affects the boss or not. That would actually be an amazing spot for it. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to roll the dice. Okay, what do we get here? Anything good? Got a bunch of 3s and a 5. So let's see what this is. That's only 19. Yikes. 8 to 12. 8 to 14. 10 to 16. So 13 to 19, which is our axe is already there. So we can upgrade the other axe. Yeah, I think that's the only thing we should be doing here. We are not getting great weapons, that's for sure. Okay, let's look at our... Okay, that is a massive jump there. 336 with counter or 246 with crit damage chance. I think I'll go with this. Crit damage chance. We have a 29% chance to hit for 162%. I think we stay with that. I'll lock one pair of boots, but it's not very likely that we're going to change that, I don't think. I'm hanging on to the meadows, obviously, for this. Okay, let's see if this... Okay, ghost. Nice. Okay, we've got another one of those now. Those are the mobs, I think, that count for this, so... I think I'll do it there. What does that count as? Magic shield is 49. Undead, mage, and has a soul. That is interesting. So we must have got that the Orb of Unity fragment from something else. Okay, that's it right there, actually. The living fiber is what we're actually looking for. So you don't just get the fragment. Okay, yeah. The swarm is this. So we are definitely making progress on our... It looks like that's what we need to do to move forward in the game. I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay, 9 to 13, not that great. 58 crit attack and defense. That's not really that great, but it's... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to take that, honestly. I'm going to be honest, right now I'm feeling relatively decent with where we are power-wise. So, I'm going to, of course, naturally I'm going to mess that up by putting some spiders. I'm going to combine spiders with vampires and see how that goes. probably not great, but we're going to try it. We haven't gotten another blood grove, which is a bit annoying. We'll hold for now. We're definitely seeing new things that we've not seen before. Time Shard, we definitely haven't seen that. Living Fiber is exactly what we're looking for. Yeah, I don't think we've seen that. This is the other shape. The Shapeless Mass and the Living Fiber is what we're looking for. So that's great. Oops. Okay, and we'll just kind of chill here and see what we got. Luckily, we've got some backup on this tile, so that's nice. Okay. Oh, I should have unlocked that. Dang it. 30 and 23. That's just automatic replaces. That's good to know. If you lock an item with this, it might actually mess you up in the long run. So, do we... Yeah, I don't think that's an upgrade, no. And this could be good, but... Now that's definitely... they don't have crit damage chance, but they got way more evasion, and I think evasion is probably where we should head. 16, that's 10, yeah, ugh. I hate to trade that, but we really need the evasion so we don't get hit. I think we need to take that too, unfortunately, as bad as that looks. I'm going to be interested to see how we handle that, for sure. Yeah, this is going to take a while. We're going to have to run this quite a bit, I think. Okay, well now it's looking really bad. We went from... Oh, that was a misclick. Obviously, I didn't want it there. Yeah, they're starting to ramp up a bit. So the next time we do this, maybe what we do is we kind of hold back. This is really good for this boss. Not that we're going to get there, but really, really good for this boss to have. And this is also good for... I'm going to take that just for... See if we can actually survive here. Okay. This is going to be nasty right here. Yeah, this is both good and bad for us. I think I'm just going to go ahead and spawn this because I don't know that we're going to make it much past this. We're kind of just testing the waters here. Luckily, the back end here is pretty easy. So. Scary again. So we've gotten 7 wood here. We definitely don't want to increase the difficulty of the run, that's for sure, because we barely made it through that, and now that we've just hit this, it's almost guaranteed that we're probably gonna end up dying if we keep going, unless we got some insane weapons or something, which I don't see. I mean, we've got that. I mean, that's decent. I wouldn't have used either of those, so that's good. What do we have for the body pieces? I mean, maybe we do something like 383 and just get rid of the crit damage, as much as that pains me. Again, that assumes we're going to keep going, though. We already have 16, and that's 14, so the boots we have are technically better. It's too bad I didn't put that down first, but okay. Well, do we risk it? I mean, worst case scenario, like I can leave right now with what we have. We don't even have a full resource though, so that's kind of weak. And I'm pretty sure when you die on this difficulty, it costs 2 of those orbs, not just 1. Which means next time we'll have to go back to the first act and get another kill on the Lich. I guess let's tempt fate. I don't foresee this going well for us, but who knows. Oh, there's our blood grove. Nice. I'm just going to start putting everything out. Okay, we got an antique shelf. Now I definitely don't want to lose it. Plus 1 max HP for every whole resource. That's that thing that we're running one of those already. Okay, this is going to be a bit brutal. Okay, well, we survived it, so that's cool. Well, that's the quest mob right there. Okay. A little scary. You know, maybe that's the key, to just hold back and don't get too carried away with putting stuff down in our current state here. Okay, the gargoyles give us whatever this is. I wish it told you what the hell you made with that. That's kind of annoying. Okay, and then that guy gave us this, the time shard. We're not getting many of these, but we are getting some. So he has a new ability that he holds, I think, and blows up, which is not great for us. Okay, 33 kills. You know, maybe we just keep it at this difficulty and just see what we get on our drops and keep moving. This is not the worst farming run I've ever seen. Ooh, 37, 40, 22, and 37. Damage to all here, or this. So that's the superior one, obviously. So these two, maybe? We're going to lose some evasion if we do it, but we're going to gain way more damage. Okay, let's do it. Okay, you can see we've got quite a jump there. Quite a jump here, and this... I mean, kind of have to take that, right? I mean, our boots are still better right now. I think I'm going to hold on that. That could potentially be something, but unlikely. We're going to roll the dice again. We're going to hope for the best here. Just while trying to weaken them as we go. We've got this thing that's making it so they don't hit us nearly as hard. And when I say that, what I mean is this. Hero receives 7% less damage for every enemy starting after the second. So that you'd be surprised how much that can help. I don't think adding anything in the loop right now is preferable though. That's for sure. Okay, we need to hold off on that for a sec. Remember, we're mainly just here to farm, so maybe this is what we will be doing from now on. Who knows? Okay. Oh, here we go. Fighting against 3 or more enemies will grant you an additional trophy. This is really good to get, especially the earlier you get it. But I think I'm going to go with this currently. I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten a single Orb of Expansion. Look at that. We've got our first Orb of Evolution. That's amazing. We need 3 total. Can we survive this? Okay, we're still alive. Now I know the second I put these meadows down over here to complete this, then it'll give me another one of these, but that's cool. We're just going to go ahead and finish it. Could have saved it, but nah, we'll just go ahead and check it out right now. Nah, we're good. We still got stuff that's good. I'm just going to go down this other side with meadows. At least per day we're getting 80 HP, which is not bad. Okay. Okay, we can finally do that. I'm gonna be honest. This ain't the worst thing I've ever seen. At least now we know kind of what some of these are doing. At least we unlock a lot of stuff, visual stuff that we don't know yet, as far as this game is concerned. Like this run is concerned, I should say. Putting these out is really useless. It's just an extra trophy is all that is. I'm doing it strategically to not make our life harder. I don't know. Hopefully you guys have noticed that. Currently we're still fine. We're still alive. We're still doing just fine. And we're still weakening them every time. So that's definitely a plus. Okay, we had a lot of trophies there, so let's see what we get. No real weapon upgrades. No, that's just not an upgrade at all. Let's go to chest next. Next. Yes, I can speak English. It's tough. Okay, now that is a contender. I might actually do that, especially since we're at max health right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Boop. Okay, now let's see what our boots look like. 29, 28. See, now we're on loop level 8 and we're getting loot for like a level 11. That's pretty good. Maybe I've just been putting way too much stuff down. That's partially probably to blame. I guess we'll just do a straight upgrade to our evasion so that we can hopefully last a bit longer. Well, that's definitely not going to happen. No. Okay, that is a contender for sure. Yes, that is actually really, really good. Wow. Okay. Let's see if we can survive another loop. Let's do it. At this point, I'm starting to feel pretty good about this. Oh, of course. Didn't I just say that that's what was going to happen? Okay, let's look and see what is our radius. Okay, so it has to be up there if we want this. We can only do this one, and we'll have to do one to the side of it if we're... Okay. I'm actually just going to start filling these out here, because it doesn't really matter. This is more the power that I was kind of expecting with this, though. And it's still not... It's not like it's invincible. And remember, this is the second act. Ooh, that shield is getting hit pretty hard, though. So, let's not get too cocky, right? Okay, we're starting to take some damage now. And I just heard a potion trigger, so... Where are we at here? Okay, oh, we finally got an Orb of Expansion. How about that? So we know these two go together. Obviously, these two go together. We still haven't seen... I know what that's going to end up being, I believe, but we've got a lot of different things here. I'd say as far as expansion goes, this is what we need to do. There's obviously no doubt about that at this point, I guess. Let's complete that. I don't think we're going to get anything that's close to what we already have. No, definitely not. I'm not going to put anything else out. I think we're fine. A blood grove would be nice here, though. So we'll do that. Oh, okay. I was not paying attention, so I guess that means that our run's going to end for sure now. This will be interesting. This will be interesting indeed. Now I'm just looking for places to put this stuff. Okay, I just saw something that is a bit scary. Look at that. He's the quest mob. That is really, really unfortunate for us. Maybe I should just go ahead and finish this. I don't know why I keep not finishing it. Of course, that's... Oh, man, this thing spawned and messed us up. I wonder if we can blow this up and then put this. Yeah, it will let us. How about that? Okay, cool. I mean, not that we'll finish it or anything, but it's good to know that we can do that. Okay, that's another one finished here. Definitely not getting stuff better off these. Wow, this run has actually been really quite good. If I can mimic this a couple of times, maybe we can get the requirements needed to keep moving. Okay, there's the orb I thought it might turn into here. Okay, got a bunch of new stuff. I guess we're gonna find out whether we can kill this boss or not. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll win. It's certainly possible, but I know what to expect, so I'm not sure if it's possible or not. We're certainly not weak, so that's cool. Okay, we can survive this. Oh yes. Wow. Okay, well, I guess here we go. I wasn't actually planning on fighting this boss, but... Wow, look at all this stuff. Okay, you can see it takes 2 to save your stuff, so we have nothing to lose. We're going for it now. First interaction with the second boss. Alright, so even with all this reduction, it looks like we have 37%. I'll hover over that in a second, but 37% HP reduction. That's how much health she has. Plus, let's see, this is what we've got. We've got the roots, we've got the withering, we've got the battlefield. Okay, now we've got this. Cannot be targeted and is invincible. That's not great for us. Let's see if we can do enough damage. I would doubt it, personally, but that's just me. Okay, and we are dead. Boom. Got murdered. I didn't expect to kill her, but we are definitely going to take all of our loot, obviously. We got one of these, plus a little bit more. We almost got one of the Orbs of Unity, I believe is what that's going to end up making. Okay. So, you know, I thought for a second there we might have had a chance against her, but no, she's just too tough. But this is clearly where we need to be for farming. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And the rogue definitely makes it possible, so I'm going to keep that in mind. Let's retreat. Now, let's go to our encyclopedia. Let's see all the new stuff that we have unlocked here. Okay, so swarm of bats. Okay. Was that it? That was the only... I was going to say, there's no way that's the only thing. Okay. And then the angel is part of her. Okay. Alright, now let's see what we got here. Oh, now everything's unlocked, because once you get it, it shows you, I guess. Okay. Orb of Afterlife, so that's one of the ones we were getting. Orb of Crafts, interesting. And then the Evolution is the one we were trying to get, the plant one, and Orb of Unity is the liquid and swarm that I was talking about before. Okay, so at least now we know what we're looking for here. What do we get here? We got an antique wardrobe as well. Excellent, excellent. Okay. So, now we can see over here, we've got one of three here. We still don't have a full one of these, but that I believe is what this is. We got lots more stuff here. So this makes one of these, the astral orbs. This little fragment makes this. We don't have the full version of that yet, unfortunately. Let's go into our supply and just see 15, 16, 17. So nice. I'm okay with that. Excellent, excellent. All right, so every time we're just going to continue to do that because that seemed to work pretty well. Let's just see. Oops. Let's just see. What am I doing? Build. Hello. Yeah, so we really want the forest guard. The forest guard is going to make getting that resource way easier if you know what you're doing, obviously. We're 90 billion light years away from getting that, though, based off that particular performance. We only got one orb, which is a bit disappointing, but it's not the primary, that's the secondary. But we do want the warehouse as well. We've got more than enough of those, so we don't have to worry about that for both the forest or here. We need 15 of those and another 10 for this. So yeah, it's going to take some farming, no doubt. We'll just be running it more than likely on Rogue, because that's probably the one that'll be able to do it the easiest. Okay, well, that was I still call that a successful run. Unfortunately, we don't have the skull, so we may have to jump back to the first act and try to just go ahead and use what we learned by not stacking it too heavy, at least at the beginning, and going ahead and getting some wins on those. So I do hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Have a good one.